Yo guys, I'm Cynthia Impossible, and today we're going to do cheap darts versus expensive darts. Okay, the expensive darts aren't really that expensive, but it's okay. So, for the expensive ones, I'm going to use my overdrives, 23 grams, with the, wait, I'm gonna show it like this. Spine shafts and bulls flights. I would say in total with uh, the barrels and everything, it's around 60, 50, yeah, around 60 euros. Then for the cheap darts, I'm going to use these. They don't have a brand because yeah, they're that expensive, that cheap. They were about 5 euros, I think. So that's pretty much it. And also, as you can see, the difference in how big they are is a bit much, but going to try how it goes. For to see the cheap versus expensive, we're going to do a game best of 5, 501. So 3 legs. Now I'm going to do the bull off. And before we start, which darts do you think will win? Cheap or expensive? Let's find out. So first, the bull off. Alright. The cheap wins the bull. So, cheap to go first. Game on. $60 for cheap. $52 for expensive. So, okay, we just started, but cheap already in the lead. $65. And to be fair, I don't really have them under control. So it's a bit difficult to know where they'll fly, if I'm honest, but it's fine. 81 for expensive. But to be fair, I don't really have a good grip on these because they are, I don't know, they have a weird grip on them. But we chose 60 with them. Ooh. Expensive, not a good turn. This one, 17. Throw. $45 for cheap. $39 for expensive. 39. Whoa. Expensive is falling back for a moment. Hopefully they can, for their own sake, they can get it back up. Cheap is going in with a 43. But expensive follows with an 81. To be fair, it's going pretty tied up at the moment, even though expensive had a little fallbacks. They still came back pretty good. But now 36 for cheap. Can expensive take the lead here? Yeah, they can. 82 throne. for expensive, which gets them on a checkout. Ooh, 14 for cheap. That's not all too good for them because they aren't on a checkout yet. But expensive, you require 149. $23 Throne. So 126 left for expensive. Cheap still not on the checkout. 46. So they are now also on checkout. Expensive, you require 126. 46 Throne. Cheap, you require 132. Okay. That's what I meant with that I don't have them under control. I just completely threw it. Yeah, I don't know. Expensive, you require 80. Ooh, 70 Throne. Cheap, you require 99. 51, 40. Oh, that was a close one for cheap, but expensive. You require 10. Game shot and the first leg. 45.9 average for cheap, 53.4 average for expensive, 28 darts, and now expensive to throw first. 99. $41 for cheap. I'm really doing self-sabotage because the points of the cheap ones are really sharp. So when I'm placing them down, every time I poke myself accidentally. I don't know why, but again. So really doing like self-sabotage, which is crazy to be fair, but 24 for cheap, expensive. 20, 80, 85. I think that's the first treble. 20. No, yeah, it's the first treble 20 that the cheap gets. And expensive isn't doing pretty good, to be fair. They're on 346, and expensive and cheap is on 278. So expensive has to step up their game if they want to get a win back, but 23 isn't going to help them. Can cheap extend their progress, but nope. They showed 22. I showed 22, but we're just gonna leave that aside. 59. 152. So expensive is 60 behind at the moment. Can they get on a checkout now though? Nope, they can't. Can't even get over the score of Cheap. So Cheap is going to keep the lead. And they're on a checkout first. Who expected that, to be fair? I didn't. Ooh. Okay. 30. That's an unlucky bounce out for expensive, but it is what it is. $45. Yeah, I forgot you require. Damn it. Sorry guys. I'll do it next time again. Ooh. Oh, that's terrible. 8. Throw. Yeah, expensive, not doing good at the moment. Cheap. You require 115. Ah. 70, 83. They got 32 left. Oh wait, I forgot to switch darts. My bad. Yeah, expensive is isn't a good leg for expensive at the moment, but can Cheap check out 32? Nope. 18 thrown, so they left 14. Expensive, you require 142. Ooh. Oh, that's terrible. Again, 21 thrown. Cheap, you require 14. And no score. Expensive, you require 121. 38 thrown. Cheap, you require 14. No score. Expensive, you require 83. Game shot and the second leg. 42 average for Cheap, 44 for expensive. Cheap to go first. And maybe in the final leg. Who knows? Could be a whitewash. But we'll have to find out in this leg if expensive can guarantee the whitewash or if Cheap can get a leg against expensive. Also guys, this is not rigged at all. I'm just gonna say it because I'm just throwing with both of them how I usually do. I do have to get a little bit of a different grip on the cheap ones, but that's it, to be fair. So this all, yeah, completely me just throwing, seeing which is better for me, to be fair. Not that I'm going to change darts after this game or something, but yeah, it's just to see which is better, to be fair, cheap or expensive? Oh shit, 3087 for cheap. But expensive is following with a 96. Expensive is still behind though, but we've seen it in the previous leg. Okay, that was a terrible throw. But we've seen it in the previous leg, even though expensive was behind a lot, to be fair, they still got the win. So nothing is impossible for set the impossible. Okay, no, I just made that up. I didn't think of it that I would say that, to be fair. Sorry for the stupid joke in there. I just had to make it there. I don't know. 25. Expensive behind a lot at the moment. 113 points. And cheap throws 56.73, which leaves them on 44. Gonna switch darts now. Almost through with cheap again. Come on. Okay. 20. So it's still not on a checkout for expensive. Can. Nope. I wanted to say can cheap check this out, but then I threw the treble 17, treble 19, and yeah, it was already over. Oh, what is wrong with my throw at the moment? I can't throw straight for some reason. Okay, maybe it's also because of the heat, but let's not mind that one. Oh, that was a close one though. 24 throw. Okay, I completely miscounted. Could have been a leg for cheap, but because of my stupidity, they didn't. Still got 3 darts for double 10, double 5. Throw it before, we can throw it again. 135 left for expensive. $59 thrown, so still 3 darts left for cheap on a double 5. Nice bounce out. That was a close one though, but still no checkout for cheap. Can expensive throw this out to get the leg? Nope, they can't. So, but 36 thrown to leave tops, but cheap is on double 5 and they hit it. $43.2 average for cheap, 43.8 for expensive. So 1, 2, 4 expensive, and expensive gets to throw first. With a terrible start of 31. And cheap throws a 160 to try and get a win out of this leg too. Expensive follows with an 81, but cheap is still up front with a 48. Even more after this throw, 45 throw. $81. Expensive doesn't hold back. He tries to get closer and closer to cheap to get a win, of course. Now expensive again for the throw. Can they get a treble? Yeah, they can. 94 thrown, and they're up front at the moment, but for how long? Not for long. 41 thrown, so expensive is only 4 behind. $46 thrown. Not a checkout, unfortunately for them. For expensive, but will cheap get on a checkout? Yes, they will. The big fish. 186. No, 68 left for expensive. 54 thrown. Cheap, you require 170. That was a close one for the first treble. I'll throw there. 60 throw. 114 for expensive. And they mess it up with a 38 throw. 110 left for cheap, which they also mess up big time. They only throw 16. Expensive, you require 76. That was a close one for the win, but they don't get it for them, unfortunately. Can cheap check out 94? No, they can't. They throw 40, so 54 left. And now expensive with a double 4. And they miss it. 4 throw. So can cheap tie the game up with the 54? Yes, they can. 45.9 average for cheap, 46.2 average for expensive. And now, good game to both. For the final leg, cheap to throw first. Starting with a 66 in the last leg. $43 for expensive. Cheap says I can throw that on a different way. Also 43. Only 14 for expensive, which is not good for them. It's not looking good for them too. $98 for for cheap. Can expensive come back from this total disaster, or will they lose? almost to the truth of that. Question. $92 for expensive, trying to come back. Cheap with a Mistro with a 36 throw. Same for expensive, but way worse with only 11 throw. $30 for cheap, which gives the opportunity to expensive to hopefully come back for them. Only 41, which isn't great if you look at the point difference. And cheap keeps going, throwing with an 80 to get on 102. Expensive has to do something now if they don't want to lose. They throw 53, which helps a little, but doesn't get them on a checkout. Ooh, 92 thrown for cheap. 206 left for expensive, and they throw 3, which is terrible for them. Double 5 for the game. For cheap, nope. They miss all their 3 darts to get the game. Can expensive come back to remain, to keep their high status, or will they mess it up? And cheap messes it up with a 20 except of 1, so 164 left for expensive, which they also blew with a 40. 10 left again for cheap, and they mess it up again with a 12. So expensive gets a new chance now for 124. And they throw 42 only, so can cheap get their double 5 now, or will they lose it and they throw in the 20 except of the 1 again? So 71 now left for expensive, and they throw 930, so 52 left for them. Still 10 left for cheap. Wanted to split it, but messed it up again. So now expensive for 52 to keep their high status of being expensive, and they get it with a very intense game. 44.1 average for cheap, 44.7 average for expensive, 2-3 win for expensive. Expensive didn't have a good game there, to be fair, but cheap had a great one also too. So that was it for today's video. What did we learn from this? Any dart is good, to be fair, because you saw it, cheap or expensive, it doesn't matter as long as you can throw good with it. it's good for you. And even if it's a cheap one, who cares? It suits you, so why not throw with it? So again, now finishing the video. Thank you all for watching again. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you guys on the next video. Yo.